You just think about the plights they had. There was a milk chute. So could you imagine some guy in some, steak and shake cap, little boat hat, just walking up delivering milk? Back in the day when you could deliver milk and have two cars or have a car and have a family and your wife could stay at home with the kids. Don't you remember those days? Those days are gone thanks to the government. Thanks to the government, who, by the way, the government covering up the JFK assassination, huh? JFK Jr.'s back. People went looking for him, at least. JFK Jr., as we know, let's just do a little recap for you. JFK Jr., he passed away, allegedly, on Martha's Vineyard, of course, July 16th, 1999. He passed away in a plane crash, I believe by himself. But according to, I have an advertisement here. How do I click out of it? This is the problem with the internet. Everyone wants to make money. JFK Jr., why hundreds of QAnon supporters showed up in Dallas expecting JFK Jr.'s return. In rainy Dallas with temperatures dipping into the low 60s. Okay, slow down. There's so many people here. Hundreds huddled with umbrellas, flags, and signs wait for history to be made. Some even brought folding chairs and coolers. I see coolers. At the site overlooking where President John F. Kennedy was assassinated nearly 6 decades ago, scores of QAnon believers outfitted with Trump Kennedy 2024 shirts, flags, and other merchandise gathered. They forecast the president's son, John F. Kennedy Jr., who had been dead for over 20 years, who has been dead, not had been, okay? Listen, I don't want to play into this either. Listen, I messed up. I didn't mean to say had been. Who has been dead for over 20 years would appear at that spot, emerging from anonymity to become Donald Trump's vice president when the former president was reinstated. The prophecy foretold online, of course, did not come true. At 12:30, when 12:30 p.m. came around, the time when Kennedy was shot, they recited the Pledge of Allegiance. The crowd lingered for some more than an hour. That's like yelling in the mirror, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. I shouldn't do that. I'm home alone right now. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. And then some lady will come across the thing. And whatever. They recited the Pledge of Allegiance in hope that John F. Kennedy Jr. would pop up. John would just pop up where his dad was murdered brutally. The crowd lingered for some for more than an hour, eventually trickling away with their heads between their ass. I added that part. A few vowing that Kennedy, known as John, will reappear at a Rolling Stone concert later that night. The spectacle captivated people, and some amused at the ridiculousness of the far-fetched theory that Kennedy faked his death. Wow. Did he really? I know that was like a thing. Wow. Q, man. Is JFK Jr. alive? No. Q. Q said no. Who is Q? Can I be Q? I actually really want to be Q. I want to do something like that, man, where I just start spouting off shit. Dude, Q. I'm Q, man. Actually, I'm Q. Yeah, dude, JFK Jr. is definitely going to pop up where his dad was murdered. Now, I was just listening to a guy who was talking about how bad social media is, and I always hate when people tell me, like, dude, social media is poison. I know a guy, listen to this, I know a guy who hates social media so much, but he'll just read me headlines. And I'm like, you participate in social media. You read the headlines. And he's like, no, dude, I'm just reading news. I'm like, that's not news, that's headlines. But whatever. That's why social media is dangerous. Because people group think. They get things going. Dumb people meet with dumb people. And they start getting together and they believe shit like, my aunt has the best stuffing. Yeah, my aunt does have the best stuffing. And they, believe it so much so that, they're going to go to Thanksgiving next week and be like, my aunt does have the best stuffing. You have the best stuffing, Aunt Janet. And Aunt Janet will be like, I do? And then they're going to try to get her on. If she had the best stuffing, she would then be on Food Network. You know what I mean? We're in that time of year where people will say shit like, my aunt makes the best this. My mom makes the best this. My dad, dude, he boasts the best turkey, whatever. No, he doesn't. Because if he did, he wouldn't work in a machine shop. And there's nothing wrong with working in a machine shop. I'm just saying, if he had the best turkey or if he had the best cranberry sauce, They would have a Hell's Kitchen, they would be like Salt Bay, whatever. They'd be a world-renowned chef. Instead, they're just a loser. We're all losers. We've been over this, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much more to explain. I just want to be Q. I just want to be Q. That's all I'm trying to do here.